If you're a fan of post-apocalyptic games, I've got 6 games you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on in 2025. And yeah, some of these look really promising, like the kind that could end up being, absolute bangers, others H. Well, we'll see. But either way, if you love that whole humanity, barely hanging on, vibe mutants, wastelands, scavenging for supplies, then yeah, you're in the right place. I'm Daniel, and it's Big Dan RF Gaming. So let's just get into it, all right? Starting off at number 6, we've got Terminator Survivors now. This game is pretty wild. It's like, the Terminator universe, but cranked up into a full-on survival mode. Imagine being thrown into this huge open world where you're not just trying to stay alive, but also building up your own base, scavenging for supplies, and teaming up with buddies and online co-op. I mean, think about it. You're out there after Judgment Day when the machines have taken over. But before John Connor's resistance really kicks in, so you're dealing with like competing factions, scarce resources, and those ever-persistent Skynet machines that are just waiting to wipe out everything you've built. It's kind of like every step you take could have you running into trouble, maybe even a Terminator stalking you, and you're there trying to fend it off without a giant, convenient hydraulic press or something. It's a survival crafting game at its core. And if you're into that whole vibe of figuring out how to make do in a world where the rules just don't apply anymore, then this might just be your next obsession. So yeah, Terminator Survivors is looking to mix up that post-apocalyptic chaos with some deep survival mechanics, and I'm definitely curious to see if it can really stand out in such a crowded genre. At number 5, we've got Gears of War E-Day. This one's been a long time coming, and honestly, it's got me pretty hyped. It's a prequel that takes us back to Emergence Day. That's the moment when the Locust hordes first hit the surface, like 14 years before the original game kicked off. I mean, imagine seeing a younger Marcus Fenix back when things were just starting to fall apart, fighting side by side with his buddy Dom Santiago. Now, the classic Gears of War series has always been about this brutal war between humans and the underground Locust, right? But over time, it's become clear that it's not just about the war itself. It's like a deep commentary on humanity's own self-destruction. Every battle, every close call feels like a raw fight just to survive in a world that's been pushed to its limits. What's really cool about I-Day is that it flips the script. Instead of jumping straight into an already war-torn world, we get to see the chaos right from the start when the Locust first emerged and changed everything. It's all about that early struggle, watching humanity scramble to understand what's happening and trying to hold on to hope amid the carnage. It's like getting a backstage pass to the apocalypse before it even fully goes down. And yeah, while we haven't seen any gameplay yet, so it might drop in late 2025 or even 2026. The promise of that early, gritty survival vibe is super exciting. It's going to be nostalgic for longtime fans and a fresh take for anyone new to the series. Honestly, if you're into that mix of intense action and raw human drama, E-Day is definitely one to keep your eyes on. Last at number 4, we've got Atom Fall. This one's a bit of a wild card. It's got that retro sci-fi vibe that reminds you a lot of Fallout. But like with a very British twist. I mean, you know how Fallout nails that open world faction-based survival? Well, Atom Fall takes it up a notch by dropping you into an exclusion zone in northern England. And trust me, it's not just about wandering around, it's about scavenging for resources and uncovering secrets in a world that's been forever changed by the Windscale disaster of 1957. Now the thing is calling it British Fallout feels like it doesn't quite cover it all. It's got that gritty survival feel, but it also leans into elements that are more, reminiscent of Stalker. You've got factions you can align with, and a narrative that's both intriguing and a little dark. It's like you're not just surviving, you're piecing together the story of a world that's been ravaged by nuclear fallout, and that's pretty damn cool if you ask me. And the setting really plays a huge role here. Imagine exploring a blasted northern England that's full of like classic English sci-fi tropes and characters that feel straight out of a gritty post-apocalyptic novel. It's Fallout London vibes all over, but with its own twist that makes it feel fresh. You're out there trying to navigate limited resources and hostile environments. all while the remnants of a real historical event echo through the wasteland. Honestly, Atom Fall is trying to blend the narrative depth of Fallout with the survival crafting elements that we've come to expect from modern post-apocalyptic titles. It's set 5 years after that catastrophic Windscale fire, so everything feels grounded in this weird mix of realism and retro-futuristic fantasy. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it evolves and what kind of gameplay surprises they've got in store. So yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, keep an eye out for Atom. Fall next up at number 3, it's Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. If you've ever been drawn into the weird, wonderful world of Kima's original, then brace yourself, this sequel's set to crank that oddness up a notch. It's still all about Sam Bridges doing his mailman thing, but this time the journey takes him beyond America into some seriously uncharted territory. Gameplay-wise, you're still like delivering hope to isolated survivors. But now there's even more bizarre twists thrown into the mix. Imagine having to navigate not just treacherous landscapes, but also dealing with a woman encased in tar, a stop-motion puppet that somehow talks, and even a dude who kind of reminds you of George Miller. It's that mix of raw survival and narrative craziness that makes every delivery feel like a new adventure. And honestly, it's pretty wild. The narrative here is as unconventional as you'd expect from Kojima. The game promises moments that out-weird. Even the original think of epic thrashing, guitar laser duels, and scene. So surreal, you're left wondering what's real and what's like straight out of a fever dream. It's all designed to challenge how you think about storytelling in a post-apocalyptic setting, mixing intense action with a healthy dose of mystery. At number 2, we've got State of Decay 3. So honestly, there hasn't been a ton of news since that Xbox Games showcase trailer in June. But like the potential here is just off the charts. It's that classic State of Decay formula, an open-world survivalist homesteading game, where every decision you make sticks with you. And trust me, once a character's gone, they're gone for good. Imagine building your own community, making friendships and feuds that literally shape the world around you. It's like not just about surviving a zombie horde, it's about managing relationships and watching how every choice, every misstep or victory changes the game in ways you never saw coming. And what really gets me hyped is the online co-op aspect picture. This you and your buddies working together to hold your ground, but also like dealing with the inevitable chaos that comes when personalities clash in a persistent, unforgiving world. There's this raw, unpredictable energy that only a game like State of Decay can deliver, where every session is a new chaotic story. With its drop slated sometime in 2025, I'm really curious to see how they'll top the legacy of the earlier titles while, keeping that same gritty realism that we all love. At number 1, we've got Ark Raiders. So this game really flips the script. Forget the typical zombie apocalypse. It's all about a slick sci-fi vibe with like Atari 2600 inspired box art that's just so retro cool. It's a free-to-play extraction shooter where you can jump into both PvE and PvP matches. The real kicker here is how Embark Studios is putting so much emphasis on world building. You've got the futuristic surface of Cali on one side and these underground survivor colonies on the other, each with totally different feels and cultures that just draw you in. From what I've seen on the Steam page, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the visuals and that sleek art style are promising, and it really feels like the developers are trying to create a world that's not just another backdrop for combat, but a living, breathing setting where every area tells its own story. We don't have a release window yet, but yeah, Ark Raiders is shaping up to be a fresh, bold take on the post-apocalyptic genre, and I can't wait to see how it all comes together. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also turn on the notification. And lastly, don't forget to drink water and get some sun. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.